How art thou?
I am well. How art thee?
I'm doing great. Just hanging out and having fun. We're number one.
Indeed.
Yeah. So I figure this. I got the echo there.
Uh,
In any case, Nathan, how do you feel about Business Master?
I'm a good fan of a good BM.
Me too.
Big
I
fan.
will always laugh at a poop joke.
Yeah.
That's just the kind of guy that I am. Yeah, let's have a little BM here, Nathan. So.
A little joint BM.
That's what I think. Don't say it like that.
Stop saying
We're gonna do a nice couples BM.
it. Yeah.
All right, here we go. So Nathan, I'm gonna read to you. So for those of you at home, I'm Landon. This is Nathan. We're business guys. This is what we do. We get together and we do business ideas for people.
We talk about uh toilets designed for couples. It's like an S shape and there's a toilet facing each direction. And you can like talk.
You can do business plans while you poop.
Yeah.
A couple's toilet. That's interesting. You like
There might
your
be something
tip.
there.
The S-shaped toilet configuration is pretty funny.
Yeah.
Also, it could be like a really funny moment, like in a romantic comedy, like when there's like a breakup or a separation, and some guy is like sobbing alone in his couple's toilet. Think of all the good poops they had together.
Yeah, that's possibly how they met. Was that's their meet cute is on the S shaped couples toilet.
Yeah. It was a really adorable thing, but they both got on it backwards and they were like, "What's going on?"
Yeah.
Yeah. Hijinks ensue when people don't aren't sure how to use the couple's toilet.
Yeah, it is a good scene though, as the post breakup as he sobs on the couple's toilet and like reaches over to the other side, like to touch the seat, see if it's still warm.
Yep, nobody's there.
Nope.
Devastating.
Pooping alone again.
All right, Nathan. So here's what I told Chad Jupiter. I said,
Shit gipped.
Chet Gipt, the old Chet Gipter. Do it for the Gipter. Um, I said, help me start our business adventure. We are Nathan and Landon, business geniuses, good time boys, and possessors of extreme charm and charisma. We are on a mission to identify our next promising business venture in a quest to conquer an entire business category, but we aren't sure what category that should be. Also, the input, this will be read aloud, so be cool and make it so it's easy to read.
Yeah,
Um, all right, so these are going to be things that I think we can tighten up. ChatGPT is not good at original idea
yeah.
generation. It needs some nudging. So, but it
That's
might
what
give
we're
us some
here
idea.
for.
Exactly, the human touch.
Yeah,
Pet influencer talent agency. Yeah, fine. I feel like you can cram influencer next to anything and people will think it's funny. It's
yeah.
not. It's lazy. Um, do, do better, ChatGPT. Luxury adult Lunchables. Um,
That's just charcuterie right there.
it is, yeah. The only way that's good is if it's somehow the adult indicates pornography, in which case I am on board.
Yeah. That's like is it Japanese ladies where they lay nude with sushi on them?
Yeah, adult. Um, yeah, so we can do that. We can do pornographic Lunchables. Um, micro nap optimization tech. I I don't know what that is. Hardware, software, hybrid to let people nap for 4 minutes and feel like 8 hours of peace. All right. AI-powered corporate apology as a service. All right.
That's just ChatGPT pushing its own agenda there.
It really is. Do better, ChatGPT. Nostalgia-based gym chains. Exercise while surrounded by blockbuster decor, Lisa Frank colors, and dial-up modem noises.
I prefer like actual nostalgic gyms where it's like just an old man and there's like some heavy weights that you like strap to your neck and like snap back or something. Like
Yeah, he's
the
wearing
kind
like
of
the
gym where you're definitely
unitard.
going to hurt yourself.
Yeah. It's like he's has the unitard and those old-timey socks that were around before elastic was invented, so they're kind of loose around his calves.
Yeah. And you
Yeah.
need like the sock straps to hold them up.
You need the sock garters. It's
Yeah.
important. Yeah. We don't talk about that enough, how elastic killed that entire business.
Yeah, we need that's definitely a business we need to bring back.
The sock garters.
Make
Or
America garter again.
I think we're onto something here, Nathan. So, you know, people forget that, everyone's talking about how AI is going to take all of our jobs, which it will, which is fine because really who likes their job?
Yeah.
But before AI did that, I can just picture a man coming back from the sock garter factory and he's like, I'm hearing tale of this fancy new thing called elastic. It's promising to wipe out all of our business. And it did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a
That's
sea
the
change in the garter industry.
Yeah. And what's that poem? It's like first they came for the sock garter makers and I said nothing.
You hear a lot of talk about people pulling themselves up by their bootstraps, but let's talk about sock straps.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, plus it was like, a little sexy, you know.
I think if we just like start spreading it out there that elastic is woke, we could bring that industry down.
Ooh. Do you want us to do, is this our business idea that we're doing? Is this where we are right now?
Sock garters.
Yes. Is that what we want to do? I think that's what we want to do.
It's feeling like it, yeah.
All right. Let's just, we don't have to be married to it, but let's test it out and see. Okay. All right. Forget this. Everything you just said. We are getting in the sock garter business. Is it a garter or is it like what are those? Oh, those were right. Yeah, those are the garters.
That's what we're calling it either way.
Yeah, for men and women. We are tired of living under the oppressive yoke of elastic.
Can't have elastic marking up our skin anymore.
Yeah, garters are nothing. It is a travesty that elastic
There probably is
wiped
something
out.
there that like rich people don't like the feel of elastic, and so they have custom garters made.
Rights must be wrong. Wrongs must be righted.
Yeah, don't take our rights and wrong them.
Yeah.
Elastic is for the poor, is what I always say.
All right, so here's what ChatGPT has come back with. You see, all it needs is a great nudge. So, gentlemen, welcome to the sock garter revolution. Nathan and Landon, titans of taste and vengeance, have chosen their hill to die, or more accurately, thrive on. Sock garters for all. We are not launching a product. We are launching a movement, a glorious, strappy crusade to liberate cabs from the tyranny of elastic. This is no small rebellion. Elastic has held its grip since the late 1940s. Entire departments of fashion historians weep quietly at the thought of sock garters being reduced to costume trivia. But no more. Not under our watch. Did you
Do
get
you
chills
think
right
that
there?
the elastic was um it was like an atomic bomb thing, like the German scientists brought elastic over and unleashed it upon us, and
Maybe it was a
they're become elastic stretcher of worlds.
yeah. Maybe it was like a sleeper agent type thing where the Nazis were like, this is going to take a long time, but trust me, elastic will lead to the downfall of civilization. Like Hitler had all of his occultists and they like peered into the
Yeah,
future and they saw that this one piece of technology would be our undoing.
that's a very long con. I respect
It's,
that.
it's about to come to fruition. So
Yeah,
whatever they did, yeah, elastic led to this. So
it'll take 80 years, but it'll eventually bring them down. They'll get
exactly.
too fat and lazy and reliant on elastic to keep their socks up. And that's where we
Yeah.
get them.
And then we strike. Okay, so the company name that they're suggesting for us, ChatGPT, is Upstanders, sock garters for upright citizens. I think we can do better.
Yeah, it's a good starting point, but
Yeah, it's a great starting point. Um, the tagline that they're proposing for us is hold the line, hold the sock.
was it? It was Upstanders. What was the subtitle?
Upstanders, sock garters for upright citizens.
Hmm.
That's not bad.
I like the idea that it's like um I can't think of the name of the movie. It's on the tip of my tongue, as the Irish say.
Sound of Music.
Uh no, it's where Rico and his crew go fight the alien bugs.
Oh, that is
Starship Troopers.
yeah. Hmm.
Yeah, so it's like sock garters ensure citizenship.
Yes. That movie is underrated, by the way.
Yeah, too many people think it's like a straightforward like action movie, and they don't
Yeah,
understand the whole point of the movie. So
exactly. They missed the entire premise.
yeah,
Uh, okay, we'll work on this. So right now they're talking about, but what ChatGPT wants to do is to launch our business strategy. So they're suggesting we either attend an ultra niche historical reenactment convention to gain our first super fans, launch an aggressive guerrilla TikTok campaign, like guerrilla, like a Guer, not like an actual gorilla.
oh, now I'm disappointed.
So this, I'm surprised I have been in my career as long as I have. So, I'm in marketing. And every time someone says, what if we did some guerrilla marketing? And I'm like, you have gorillas? We're gonna use gorillas?
That's awesome.
It never stops being funny to me.
Yeah,
We're finally gonna get the gorillas.
it's about time.
Yeah. Um, so what if we did
Unleash
do
wave after wave of gorilla.
threatening to pummel these people within an inch of their lives unless they buy our song
Yeah,
orders? Um, so do you want to do that?
these gorillas have been specially trained to pull down your socks and laugh at you, unless you're wearing sock garters.
Yes. Okay, we're doing this. Okay, good start. We are going to do a gorilla marketing campaign, sending wave after wave of highly trained marketing gorillas who will aggressively pull down people's socks,
And
shame them,
they could just like pull the elastic so it breaks and
yeah,
laugh at their loose socks.
ruin the elastic, and laugh at the pitiful technology.
I assume gorillas can laugh, right?
Yeah, 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 that's right. We train gorillas to laugh. They will be wearing branded t-shirts with QR codes on the back that people can scan. Okay, here we go. Marketing goes primal. Initiating gorilla launch. I like that. Operation Sock Shame has been approved by the Board of Marketing. Nathan and Landon, you've defied modern trends by building a campaign so unhinged it could only be genius. I don't like it when it breaks the fourth wall like this. Like,
Yeah.
come on, let's keep it straight, ChatGPT. Here's the strategy in bulletproof summary. Highly trained sock shaming gorillas. Actual gorillas. Yes, that's important. Tactics. Pull down socks, snap sad elastic, snort disdainfully, and laugh audibly.
Yeah. But the
Uniforms.
gorillas are otherwise polite.
Yes. They only do this when they see elastic socks.
Yeah.
I like that. Uniforms, branded upstanders t-shirts with bold QR codes that redirect to your landing page. Target zones, farmers markets, golf courses, WeWork lounges, artisanal butcher shops. Objective, humiliate outdated hosiery technology and spark a global reckoning. Um, okay. I think this is our idea. I think we did it.
Yeah. I don't know if Elastic is so much outdated technology. I think we're bringing back the outdated technologies.
Yes, hang on. Yeah, I agree. It's relatively new.
Yeah.
Hang on one second.
I'm not a sock historian or anything. I don't know what year people started wearing socks, but I feel like Elastic is pretty new on the scene, comparatively speaking.
All right, Nathan. I need to make an image of what this might look like.
Yeah.
All right. Um, what were we talking about? Oh yeah, gorillas. Okay.
Gorillas coming out of the mist to mock your socks.
To, to mock your sock. Um, I do like the mock the sock. That's a great tagline.
Yeah.
All right. Our new tagline. Okay, here we go. Our new tagline is mock the sock. I wonder if we can get a. It's okay. So we've unleashed the gorillas. Um, let's ask ChatGPT for some ideas on what we do next.
All right.
All right. So you'll like this. So I opened up a new ChatGPT for an image of what I just described, and the name of the chat is Gorilla Sock Prank, which
I
I
do
think is a
like
good
that.
name for a band.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. I never should have asked for an image. This is taking forever.
Yeah. The new image generation is exceedingly slow.
Yep. And the amount of water and electricity that's being expended for this stupid picture almost makes me feel bad for doing it,
Yeah.
but I don't. Oh, here we go. It's rendering.
A lot of AI is probably not worth it, but pictures like this are worth it.
I know.
This is what AI should be used for.
Rendering pictures that of a oh my goodness. It's this is looking really good. Everyone looks delighted by this gorilla's hijinks. It's
Well,
only
they are
halfway rendered.
very polite gorillas, unless they see your elastic socks.
The gorillas otherwise are very polite. Yeah, it's still going. But anyways, let's do this. Let's plot our next move.
Back to the
Okay,
BM.
back to the BM. New tagline locked in. Mock the sock. Brilliant, efficient, ruthless, like a luxury slap in the face of the modern consumer. So, here's our some options for our next move. The sock intervention series. Launch a YouTube, Instagram Reels campaign where people surprise friends wearing droopy socks and stage dramatic interventions. Okay, fine. The executive garter drop. Limited run garters made from reclaimed vintage neckties. I hate it.
Yeah,
Ooh,
tries to be too clever sometimes.
yeah. The anti-elastic march. Flash mob of sharply dressed garter wearers parade through Wall Street, burning symbolic piles of elastic bands. The event ends with a speech from a gorilla holding a sock like Hamlet's skull. Yeah, you went too far. That's not funny.
Yeah,
The
it
sock
started off
shaman.
well, but
Yeah, I do like that. I mean, anytime it's a mob doing anything, I'm on board.
yeah.
The Sock Shame app, tech disruption, an app that uses AI to analyze sock droop in public photos and assign a sock honor score.
The ultimate irony. You know how like quote unquote disruptors take an industry and then make it terrible.
Yes.
So like Uber comes along and like puts all these taxi drivers out of business and then changes their business model to become taxis,
Hmm.
except with like no worker protections and no health insurance.
Yes, go on.
Well, the ultimate irony is at some point our stock garters, to save money, we'll make them out of elastic.
It goes full circle.
Yeah,
We outprice elastic, we push them out of the market, and then just take over the entire category.
yeah.
Brilliant. Whose leg is that sock attached to?
They tore that leg off that man in the back.
He's like, oh God, I'm in so much pain.
Those are happy gorillas, though.
Oh, it's
I
really
like how
upsetting.
friendly they look.
This guy right here is my favorite.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyways, sorry, didn't mean to disrupt you there.
No, that's we're all about disruption here. So
We are. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Let's let's price out elastic and overtake it. Or or Uber, but for garters. I need a garter, but I'm too drunk to drive.
um we could do a Netflix style, like old school Netflix, where they mail you garters every week.
Oh, a subscription.
Yeah.
That's a good one. The Garter subscription app. Let's do that. We want to make a Garter subscription service. Oh, this takes the this takes the shame to a whole new level where we position ourselves as being on like the bleeding edge of fashion, so much so that like within like a week, the garters you got the previous subscription are out of style already.
Yeah.
And so we shame you for how out of style you are. So you have to increase the rate at which you're receiving these new garters.
Yeah, it'll be easy to target our attacks on these people too, because we have their information since we mailed them the garters.
Exactly.
And then immediate follow-ups. You idiot. Why are you wearing such outdated fashion?
And the messages are delivered by like very hurtful gorillas, like hurtful like emotionally. Like
Yeah.
the gorilla shows up wearing a really hurtful t-shirt because the gorilla can't talk. This is crazy, Nathan. We haven't invented that technology yet.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, we want to make a garden. We do know where they live.
Yeah. Then we could follow them around and post their pictures on social media to mock them for their out of fashion garters.
We're on the bleeding edge of fashion. So much so that these cutting edge garters are out of style within days, possibly hours of receipt. Once our customer receives a garter, they will receive aggressive in-person shaming from a highly trained gorilla.
And mocking.
Mocking.
From an otherwise polite gorilla.
That's the name of my indie pop band, is an otherwise polite gorilla.
That's really good, actually.
So this is a
Just
really
ask
good
that question like,
sense.
other than what?
This is the sentence I never knew I would type in my life, but I'm really glad that I did. Once our customer receives a garter, they will receive an aggressive in-person shaming and mocking from an otherwise polite gorilla. Okay, here we go. How it works. Weekly garter drop. Customers receive a bespoke, handcrafted stock garter designed with aggressive fashion-forward thinking. Patterns may include Wall Street sunset, crypto winter plaid, and disappointed stepfather tan. That's not bad. Instant obsolescence. Each garter is designed to go emotionally obsolete within 36 hours. By the time they wear it, outdated, pathetic. How could you? Scheduled in-person shame visit. A trained gorilla arrives, impeccably polite otherwise, but delivers sharp, articulate mockery of the subscriber's most recent garter. Phrases include, well, the ChatGPT gorillas can't talk.
You silly Billy.
What do you think, you?
They can do a limited amount of sign language, but other than that,
Exactly. We clone Coco the gorilla.
yeah,
So here we go. Within 12 to 36 hours, a highly trained, non-verbal gorilla
perfect.
arrives at the customer's home or workplace. The gorilla, one, stares in silence at the garter, crosses its arms slowly, lets out a single disappointed sigh like exhale, produces a laminated card that reads, "That was stylish 19 hours ago. You disgust me."
Perfect.
I like this.
I like the disappointed gorilla, just like arms crossed, shaking its head, handing you a series of cards.
I feel like this idea is kind of being wasted on sock garters.
It's true.
I feel like the trained, otherwise polite gorilla could be applied in a number of ways.
Yeah, we need to save this our gorilla force here in our back pocket to use in other business ideas.
I just like that we're reclaiming the word guerrilla marketing so it actually means something now.
Yeah, it's about time.
Oh, you mean you're going to use like, unorthodox tactics on the street to drive conversation and get viral awareness? No, literal gorillas.
That's where you're wrong, friend. We have highly trained, otherwise polite gorillas.
Oh, goodness. Oh, here we go. Bonus feature. If a customer dares wear the previous week's garter, the gorilla returns with a second card that simply says, pathetic. Oh, okay, good. Okay. Well, I think we have an idea here.
Yeah, who should we pitch this idea to?
Should we fire Brando?
Yeah, we should fire Brando because that always yields us fun results.
It does.
Because it could either be
Okay.
a company that, is already in the fashion industry or somebody that could make a lateral move into the fashion industry. So,
Yeah, like Keebler or Vaseline. Let's see here. Um, okay. So, Snickers. That's too on the nose. I
yeah,
feel like they have commercials like that with angry gorillas.
that's probably true.
So the one right up before it is um no, that's too on the nose. Chanel, that's too on the nose.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna look at the list here and see what we got. I always want to go back to Monster Energy. It's America's funniest brand. Okay. Adobe's on here twice. I do think it would add a layer of menace to it if the brand were Vaseline with an army of highly trained Vaseline gorillas.
Just the slipperiest gorillas you could ever imagine.
Highly trained, slippery, otherwise polite gorillas.
Yeah. Sliding around your city.
The summer of slippery gorillas.
It'll help them evade capture, I'll tell you that.
Oh, I think this is it. I think it has to be Vaseline.
I agree.
All right. Let's just see. Let's fire up with ChatGPT here. We are teaming up. We are, we, we have been acquired by Vaseline. Let's just assume we've been acquired.
Yeah, they're impressed with our gorilla training skills.
Impressed by our guerrilla training skills and identified natural synergies
Yeah.
between our two businesses. In addition to making our gorillas impossible to capture, near impossible to capture, wait, making our otherwise polite gorillas
Yes.
near impossible to capture. Let's explore other avenues. How we can partner. Okay, here we go. A deal so slick, even the contract slipped out of the printer. Not funny, ChatGPT.
Trying way too hard.
It is trying way too hard. It's trying to impress us, Nathan.
Yeah. It wants to win our
So
favor, but that's not how you do it.
no. Yeah. Okay. The Joint Strategic Opportunities Gorilla Glide Initiative. Vaseline coated gorillas move faster, leave no fingerprints, and can slip through tight doorways for surprise shame deliveries. Security camera footage becomes viral content. Slippery judgment arrives at noon. All right.
Slippery
Vaseline.
judgment is an interesting term.
It's like I almost want to have it be like a TV courtroom show where like the girl is the judge.
Yeah. Slippery justice.
Why does the gorilla have Vaseline? Why are you asking so many questions? So we have here that luster legs, a premium sock garter collection pre-lubricated with skin-safe Vaseline. So herein lies this almost becomes like hard mode for sock garters because
Yeah.
if your legs are slippery, it becomes more of a challenge. It's like garters on hard mode.
Yeah.
I feel like we're past garters here, Nathan. The whole business is lubed up gorillas.
Yeah, we've pivoted since our initial garter ideas.
Yeah. Moisture and discipline retail pods. Uh, Vaseline garter and for yeah. Okay, Nathan, I feel like this is what we need to do.
We're beyond the garter dome now.
We're beyond the garter dome. We are strictly in the realm of Vaseline sponsored gorillas. I feel like we need to spend the week ahead thinking through the implications for each other and society at large, given that we've come up with this guerrilla marketing. How do you feel about that?
I can get on board with that. Slippery gorillas and their
Otherwise polite
otherwise
gorillas.
polite gorillas and their uses to modern society.
Oh, goodness. Yeah, I like that. Also, one more time. I need to show you this again, just because I feel like it'll be inspiration for the week ahead. Let's just take one big long look at this. Isn't that great?
I'm trying to identify the emotion that woman is feeling.
I know. Arousal.
Seems to have an element of that, yeah.
Now make about our Vaseline gorillas. Forget sock artists.
Where did they get that foot?
From that guy. Okay, here we go. All right, before we go, Nathan, I need to do one more image. And so I feel it's important, not just for each other, but for our children.
Isn't that why we're
That
doing this?
we're doing this for the kids.
Someday when they roam the countryside, pursued by slippery yet otherwise polite gorillas.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Well, Nathan, thank you for this today. Thank you for helping me bring my dream to life of a highly trained guerrilla marketing army. Um, I, for one, am looking forward to seeing this come to life in the week ahead. I'm going to put this image in the YouTube thumbnail. It's going to be a surprise treat for later.
Nice.
Yeah. And thank you, everyone. I think there was a person here before. Oh, they left already.
They couldn't handle the level of Vaseline lubed gorillas that we're bringing to the table.
Exactly. Yeah. Um, let's look at this in the week ahead. Thank you for one person for watching. Only we can quench it. And Italy now.
Italy now.